Ever pondered over the intriguing concept of thinking in English? It sounds like a daunting task, doesn't it? However, it's not as intimidating as it appears. It's about training your brain to switch gears and start processing thoughts in a different language. Today we're going to delve into this fascinating process and break it down into manageable steps. The first step towards thinking in English is to immerse yourself in the language. Surrounding yourself with English in your daily life can work wonders. This could mean listening to English songs, watching English movies, reading English books, or even switching your phone language to English. The more you expose yourself to English, the more familiar it will become. For instance, if you're a fan of mystery novels, try reading an Agatha Christie book in English. You might find yourself thinking about the plot twists and character motivations in English. The next step is to start speaking in English as much as possible. You might be wondering, how can I speak in English if I'm not thinking in English? It's a valid question. However, the act of speaking in English can actually stimulate your brain to start thinking in English. When you're forced to express your thoughts in English, your brain has to think in English to formulate those thoughts. For example, try narrating your day in English. Describe what you did, what you ate, what you saw, and how you felt. You'll be surprised at how quickly your brain starts thinking in English. The third step is to practice visualizing in English. This is a powerful technique that can really help you start thinking in English. Try to visualize everyday objects, actions, and situations in English. For instance, if you see a dog, don't think of the word in your native language. Instead, think dog. If you're eating an apple, think apple. If you're feeling happy, think happy. Keep doing this until it becomes second nature. The final step is to start dreaming in English. This might seem impossible, but it's actually a sign that you're truly starting to think in English. To encourage this, try thinking in English before you go to sleep. Recap your day in English, plan your next day in English, or even tell yourself a story in English. Before you know it, you'll start dreaming in English. To summarize, if you want to start thinking in English, immerse yourself in the language, start speaking in English, practice visualizing in English, and aim to start dreaming in English. It might take some time and effort, but with persistence and patience, you'll get there. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about making progress, so don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. So keep practicing, keep learning, and before you know it, you'll be thinking in English. And who knows, you might even start dreaming in English. Now, wouldn't that be something?